Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl on the pot again. Guys, in today's video I'm super excited because we are going to be looking at something very important, and not just looking at something very important. We are going to have someone special. Oh my god, someone special will be with us today, and it's going to be emphasizing or giving his or her own view. Alright, it's actually a male, so his view, so he is going to be giving his view or perspective on the topic of today, which is the importance of online learning or online education or online studying, whatever you choose to call it, online learning. So let's go with the name online learning. All right, so in today's video we are going to be looking at the importance of online learning. All right, so we are going to have, if you have been watching my videos for some time now, you will notice that there is this particular person I always do a collab with, and is the same person that we are going to see today or going to have today in this program. And it's no other person than Mr. Akoh from Uganda. Actually, like I always say, he has a YouTube channel which is named Kisembo Academic. He teaches chemistry, he teaches maths, he teaches accounting. He is into educational stuffs. Alright, so we are going to have him here today in this program, and we are going to get his own view on online learning. Okay, so without wasting much of your time, I want to first of all welcome you, all my subscribers, welcome viewers, wherever you are, in Cameroon, Nigeria, Ghana, wherever you are. Welcome to the program of today. And I want to thank you all for always coming back to watch my videos. And for people that are watching for the very first time, please, I want to say you're very much welcome. But do me a favor to subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and share to as many people as possible. Now, let's go straight into the point. First, let's welcome Mr. Akoh and get some introduction from him for those that are watching for the very first time. So, I would like you, Mr. Akoh, to introduce yourself to the viewers. Thank you.
Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. Akoh, Yvette, thank you once again for having me on your channel. For those that are seeing me for the very first time, my name is Akoh, and I am based in Kampala, Uganda. I am a YouTube content creator, and I normally create educational content. I have 3 YouTube channels. One is for physics, the other is for math, and the other is for financial accounting and CPA related stuff. I do this content under the brand name Kisembo Academy. Once again, Yvette, thank you for having me, and our viewers, thanks for tuning in.
Okay, thank you so much for that self-introduction, Mr. Akoh. I'm so happy having you here in this program, and I'm very sure that my viewers are very happy as well having you again, and they are still going to I'm sure they wish to always have you, okay, and in our programs. All right, so Mr. Akoh, in today's program, you already know what we are up to. All right, so I want you to tell us the importance of what first of all, let's look at what do you understand, or what can you tell the viewer about online education. What can you tell them about online studying or online education? Make them to understand, because some people might hear it and they will not know the difference between online studying and maybe classroom studying. So please tell us, what do you understand by online education?
Well, online education is basically the process involved in consuming online content. Well, when we are talking about online content, we are basically looking at information on the internet. If you are studying any kind of field, anything, and you decide to study while, consuming stuff like ebooks, recorded video lectures, online webinars, live sessions that are like Q&A, maybe you're downloading PDFs online and, basically studying online. That is online education. You basically go and consume educational content online. So online education is a kind of education whereby the academic content all the educational content that you are consuming to aid in your education is available online, and it is up to you, the individual, to curate your program to make sure that you create time to study this content so that you increase on your knowledge or develop the skill, whatever skill you're trying to pursue.
Wow, thank you very, very much. I have learned something from me. Oh my god, thank you, Mr. Anoy, for that definition or for that explanation about online education. Now, Mr. Anoy, I look at you and I see it's like you're somebody that has a story, because it seems you've been studying online or you've been having things done online for a very long time now. I want you to just tell us a little story about your online stuff or your online education or your activities online. Just tell us a little story about these online or activities you've been carrying over these years or within a short period of time. Just tell us.
Yes, it is true. I have been studying online for a while. My online journey started when I was in university. When I was at university, I was doing a 4-year course. But while I was doing this course, I was not exactly a full-time student. I used to work while I was studying. And of course, the kind of work that I was doing then and the kind of work I still do now on part-time basis, I was teaching. I was teaching in some schools, teach physics and math. And of course, if you may have experienced this, especially the older folk, it's a very challenging thing to learn. I mean, to study while you work. So with me, it was very challenging to reconcile schedules at work, the schedule you have to follow at work versus the schedule you have to follow at university as you're studying. And of course, putting that aside also, we all have this thing sometimes, the teachers that are teaching us or the lecturers or the professors, some of these people never really paint the picture very well regarding certain concepts that they are trying to explain. And sometimes maybe because of time or some other constraints, they never maybe finish. They never have enough time to fully go deep into what they are trying to present to you. And so the onus is on you, the student, to endeavor that you take that extra step to go to the library, to try and search out extra information to see that you understand whatever is being taught a certain way. Now for me, I won't mention names, I won't mention specifics here, but there were just a few lecturers that were not doing a very good job in our opinion as students. And it was one of these days that we were, lamenting. This guy teaches stuff that is hard. This guy, we're not getting him. And one of us just said, well, when this guy is teaching, I don't waste time. I don't worry whether he's explaining something and I am not getting it. All I do is I simply get the topic that he is talking about. I go on YouTube and I type in the topic that he's talking about, and there are lectures that come and I watch. There's lectures, so I get to watch alternative explanations of what he's teaching, and I am able to understand what is being taught. So to me that was new. I think that was around 2012, 2013. Back then, at least in my circles, internet was not exactly something that was widely used. Actually, Wi-Fi hotspots in my university were just coming in at around that time. So it was a new concept, studying online, going to watch YouTube videos. So I picked that idea, and I went through some of my notes, my handouts, and I started typing in some of these, topics to see what are these lectures that are online that I can attend. And if you are studying, I can also encourage you, or I can dare you. If there's anything that you feel you're studying and you feel it is not well explained, or you feel it is hard, I can assure you, if you feel anything is hard, it has everything to do with the way it's being presented to you. You'll realize that most of the things that you consider hard are not hard. What makes them hard is the way the person that is teaching them to you is presenting them to you. It's one of those. Either the person that is teaching them to you is not presenting them to you very well, or if the person that is presenting these concepts to you is presenting them very well, then the problem is on you, the person. Maybe you're absent-minded, maybe you're not in the mood of the lesson, maybe there's something about you that is not putting you in a state where you are able to concentrate and receive of the teacher that is teaching you the way you should receive. So it's one of those two. It's either it's being presented badly or vaguely, or it is you, the person. So back to my story. So I started, getting internet going with the laptop to, search out YouTube videos, and I was amazed at just how much the things that were giving us a headache were very easy. Just by watching an alternative explanation, just by watching an animation, just by watching another person explain it in a different perspective. So to me, it became a habit. Whenever they are teaching, whenever the professors would come and teach, they teach something, well, I would note down certain things during the lecture. I go on YouTube, I try and, search some of those topics, and I get alternative explanations, or I get a deeper understanding of the concepts that are being taught. And to me, it revolutionized my learning process. So much that I would no longer have to wait for lecturers now. And I started looking out for things ahead. It became a way of learning for me from around 2012, 2013. And definitely that is how my journey has been. And around 2014, well, throughout all that time, I was able to use those YouTube videos to try and, fill up for maybe you missed a lecture because you were working or you were teaching some kids somewhere. And so for me, I would use YouTube videos to try and, fill up the gap. So that's how I was able to balance my work life and my study life while I was still at university. And that's how I've come with the online education. And and moving forward, I noticed the same issue as well. Well, for me, when I was studying in high school, I was blessed. I was privileged to go to the kind of schools that were, consistent. By consistent, I mean, for example, the person who taught me physics was the same teacher from, senior 1 to through the 4 years to senior 4. You have the same teacher teaching you the same thing: physics, mathematics, chemistry, biology. These were very consistent teachers, and they were consistent, and they were always on time. They for example, in Uganda, in my country, we have the O-level part. O-level is 4 years, and physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, English, these are compulsory subjects. And I had the same teachers teach me all through the 4 years. But when I was teaching in, these other private schools, when I was at university, I realized that the kind of privilege that I had was not exactly a common privilege in a lot of schools around. I believe also in other low-developing countries, maybe. You find that maybe in some of these other schools, it's not easy, or it's expensive to afford, a full-time, let's say, physics teacher, and to be able to maintain them, to go through, to take students from their senior 1 to their senior 4. It was challenging. It's not a common thing. You might find that somebody is doing 2 years of physics, or 3 years, senior 1, senior 2, senior 3, and this person, they do not have they've had like 3-4 teachers in between. Every teacher comes with their own approach. They teach up to somewhere. They probably get problems with the administration, or they get a better opportunity, then they leave the students. Then a new teacher comes in the middle. He comes with a new approach, new style. They get started from where the other person stops. Then just as the students are getting used to this new teacher, probably they are not paying him enough, or he gets a better opportunity. This teacher goes off, another teacher comes in. That kind of disorganization, it leaves a lot of students biased. that's how students start developing ideas like things like physics is hard, chemistry is hard, mathematics is impossible. But when you look into this issue more closely, it is not that these things are hard. It is because the circumstances under which most of these students are learning are not favoring them. You find some of these teachers are, there is the issue of teacher absenteeism. Sometimes students, the syllabus is never finished on time because of some factors. Sometimes these very sharp kids are they are the ones that are commonly chased back home to go for school fees, and their fellow students continue learning while they are home, and all these things. So you find that somebody very sharp, very committed, very willing, but they end up failing these things not because they are hard, but because of the circumstances under which they are learning. And to me, I was able to see that, just like with me, I would teach some of these kids, but I have lessons to attend at university. But I don't attend those lessons, but I'm able to catch up on those lessons by watching, video tutorials. So I figured the same thing can happen with these, young kids. People who think to bridge some of those gaps of like teacher absenteeism, the student is absent, they're not finishing the syllabus on time, or maybe the teacher is not explaining the things so well. If there were like videos on most of these concepts that are pre-recorded and are stored somewhere, a student that is really self-driven and knows what they want is capable of, watching these videos, and they are able to, bridge the gap. So that's how I start Kisembo Academy, the brand that I told you about, where I record physics tutorials, math tutorials, financial accounting tutorials, and upload them to YouTube. I share most of these videos with my students that I teach, students that I tutor on private basis. And yeah, it's been a good thing. It eases my work a lot because I don't have to meet you physically. I already did the deep explanations in a video. So in most cases, when we get to meet, you're just asking questions and I'm just panel beating here and there. And it's been amazing for me. So yeah, that's my journey of online learning. Even up to now, as I continue working, I meet challenges. I keep going online and search out what is, what I would like to learn. Learning never ends. And to me, online learning is something that has been part of me. And yeah, to answer your question, Yvette, that is pretty much my story regarding my online learning and the experience. And I should say it's been a good one.
Wow, Mr. Akoh, your story is so interesting. It's so interesting. Like, okay, thank you so much for that. I call it a real life story. Thank you so much, Mr. Akoh, for that real life story. Now let's go straight into understanding what are the advantages of studying online, because I'm very sure that my viewers are curious. They want to know. Some of them want to study online, but they want to first of all understand what they will benefit, the advantages, why they should not go into the classroom and study, why they should abandon their classroom and come online to study. Some of them really want to do this. Some of them are housewives, some of them have jobs, some of them have one or two things going on with them, and they really don't want to sit in class, but they have no choice. But at the same time, they want to get the advantages why they shouldn't sit in class and instead come online to study. So I want you to just break it down so all my viewers can really better get the advantages of studying online.
Well, you're asking me about the advantages of online learning, but there's something you said. You said that you mentioned something to do with, teach people abandoning the live sessions for online learning. Well, let me first comment on that. First of all, in my opinion, I don't think it's a bad idea to attend class. I think it's important that you attend class physically and that you're able to interact with your teacher. In my opinion, online learning is more like should be or maybe, or it's more like, in the popular opinion, should be just a supplement of what you're doing in class. You know, when you are interacting with your teacher in class, because of time constraints or other factors, maybe the teacher might not be able to go as deep as they should, and going to watch a video tutorial online serves to, you know, bridge the gap or to fill up some of those gaps. Now, that being said, yes, it is still possible to learn online entirely. That is, if the source of the information is really comprehensive, where you're getting your content from. However, we are all different. Studying online works best with people who are self-driven, people who are self-motivated, people who can push themselves to learn. Because again, learning is something that is not so easily embraced by so many people. I'll give you an example. For example, in my case, I have physics videos online, I have math videos online. So there are students that I tutor on a regular basis, and I normally tell some of these people, I tell them that, hey, you have a problem in this topic, you have a problem in this topic, you have a problem in this topic. I've already recorded these videos, they are on my YouTube channel. If you call me here, you see they call me to their homes to tutor them, and it's definitely at a cost. So I keep telling them that, you see, if you call me here to come and teach you stuff that I already taught and recorded somewhere, it doesn't do you any good. You could just go ahead and watch those videos and just get to learn from me, because if you call me to come and tutor you at home on a topic that I already recorded, the way I am going to explain it to you is not going to deviate a lot from the way I explained it in the video. So you could as well just go ahead and just watch the video. That's what I would tell them. And so I would tell them that I would really prefer that you call me to help you out with topics or stuff that I have not yet covered in my videos. But, well, 2 months, 3 months later, these same students will call me and they will ask me to come and tutor them topics that I've already recorded, yet I already told them that you can just watch them. I don't have to come. You don't have to spend the money to call me. Just watch the stuff online. But still they'll call you. And some of these is because people just prefer human interaction. You know, there are categories of people. People are different. Now, like for me, it's easy to just sit down and concentrate on a video and watch everything and consume it and whatever. For another person, they don't believe in that. They feel they need a teacher to be present. They feel they need a teacher to come, explain when they are seeing them. They need somebody who they can easily respond to, somebody who will be able to answer questions back. So there are different categories of people. Online learning is a good thing, but again, it's a thing for people who are self-driven. And for some category of people, it's not just for them. They just don't believe in it. They prefer physical. The videos will probably get them to sleep, or they won't be able to concentrate on a video for long, something like that. So that being said, I think online learning is a good thing, and it gives you variety. It's one of the biggest advantages is that it gives you variety. For example, they have taught you Newton's laws of motion in class, and probably you've not understood it, or you want the picture painted clearer. You could just go on YouTube or on a popular website and search about it. You can either read more, an ebook about it, or you can watch tutorials of other teachers from other parts of the world that are explaining the same concept, and you're able to get it in a deeper sense. You're able to appreciate the perspectives of these other people, the way they're explaining these things, and it enables you to understand the concept better. So that massive resource online is a perfect advantage for online learning, and it is something that supplements, or it's an addition to somebody who is attending classes. However, also online, the advantage with it is for people that are probably working, like I was. you know, you're working but you have to study. You're working but you have to study. Well, it enables you to be able to study at your own pace. You study at your own schedule. You study when it is convenient for you. And the beauty with online video, for example, you are able to rewind, you are able to pause, you are able to replay the video to, you know, closely follow the thing as it moves. Something that is not possible when a teacher is teaching you live. You will say pardon once, sir, I beg your pardon. And well, if the teacher is kind enough, they can repeat what they were saying. But you can't keep saying pardon more than 2-3 times without getting the teacher nagged off. But well, with video, you can replay it as many times as you can. And that's the beauty of online learning. That's the biggest advantage of online learning, actually. That you are able to learn at your own pace, at your own schedule, at your own convenience. And two, that besides just watching, for example, me, I do teach financial accounting on Kisembo CPA, the YouTube channel. I believe Yvette will be putting the links in the description below. So as you're watching me teach, I am not the only option there is. There are other YouTubers teaching this same stuff. So it's a matter of you browsing through other YouTube channels, other content online, and you're able to get a variety of explanations, and you're able to better understand what exactly you're looking for. So yes, those are the main advantages of online learning.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Anoy. Thank you so much for that, those advantages you have stated out. And I'm so happy that I'm part of this online stuff, because you know, you can actually, one thing I love about this online education is you study at your own pace. Like, you just schedule your own time to study. Just make sure that you don't miss out on the deadlines. All right, and you can work and study, you can be a housewife and study, you can have children and study, you can do other things, you can travel and study. Just so many advantages, just like what Mr. Anoy just stated here. So I feel this online education is a good thing. It's a good thing. So if you're unable to sit in class and study because you have a family, or you have to travel, or you have this, you have work, this online education is just the best for you. It's just the best for you. Okay, so I am so happy that Mr. Anoy has been able to make us understand the advantages of online education, and I'm sure that some of you right now are already thinking of how to go into this online studying. And if you do that, please don't forget to notify me. Let me share it as a testimony to my video. All right, so if you're inspired and you want to continue with the education, or you just love the video, let me hear everything at the comment section, guys. So that is it. We have come to the end of our program of today, and I'm going to put those that are studying chemistry, maths, accounting. If you want to get into Mr. Anoy's channel, I'll put the link at the comment section. Go through it. Please don't forget to subscribe to his channel. He has very interesting videos and educative and informative videos as well. So please don't forget to subscribe, like, and also share his videos. And thank you so much, Mr. Anoy, for honoring my invitation. All the viewers, I thank you. My family, the Eves family, the Eves. I call my subscribers the Eves. Thank you, Eves, for coming through my program. And please don't forget, you know how we do it. Comment, like, share, you know how we do. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and please do have a blessed day.